New here at 10 o'clock, they hired someone to install a new roof. He didn't finish the job, and then they found out another big problem.
That's why they turned to Help Me Howard with Patrick Fraser.
Sometimes you can drive around a neighborhood and get an idea of how neighbors see things. From the air, look at this duplex where one owner thought they needed a new roof. The other said no. Across the street at this duplex, both owners agreed it was time to re-roof.
We had agreed to do our roofs because the house is 20 years old. It's due for a re-shingle.
Kevin and his neighbor got bids and hired a company called Shano's Visions to do the roof for $14,000.
On his contract, he had the license number. I thought because my neighbor knew him, everything was okay.
The roofer went to work.
He did remove the old shingles. He changed out some plywood. He put the tar paper down.
By then, Kevin and his neighbor had each paid $6,000 for a total of $12,000 of the $14,000 price. And
it's been 4 months and he still hasn't finished the job.
The roofer wouldn't show up, but he did send excuses.
I lost my cell phone. Oh, next week. Oh, I'm busy this week. It's just excuse after excuse.
And then a problem when they checked the contractor's license the fella had showed them.
Then we realized that he did not have a license. He was using another person's license.
The roofer had used the license belonging to Elrod Phillips with Elite Innovations.
I was kind of surprised. I'm thinking, wow, something strange here.
When they couldn't get in touch with the real owner of the contractor's license, Kevin hired another company to install the shingles on the roof. The total cost was now $18,000, $4,000 more than the $14,000 the original roofer was going to charge.
No, it was a terrible experience, very terrible experience. Costly.
And Kevin shakes his head when he thinks about the original roofer.
If I saw him today.
You have a great laugh, but this is not funny. So are Kevin and his neighbor entitled to any money back? Howard?
Yes, they are entitled to get back the additional $4,000 they had to pay to finish the job. And both the fellow who did the work and the roofer whose license he used are responsible for returning that $4,000.
The city of Margate sent the paperwork for Kevin's roof. The signature said Elrod Phillips. Elrod ignored my calls. I went by the address he listed. It was his mother's house. She said other people have come by telling her roofers that had used Elrod's license had ripped them off. She gave me another number for Elrod. I spoke to him. He said Cordell did work for him and he would get back to me. He never did. Cordell Shane Boynton, who was supposed to install the roof, said he was the project manager for Elrod. He said he didn't finish the job because his mother was battling cancer. For weeks, I kept asking him to return the $4,000 to Kevin and his neighbor. He did give Kevin $500, and that was it.
I learned I should be more diligent when I hire contractors, make sure I check their backgrounds.
We didn't get all the money Kevin was owed, but who knows what will happen after the story airs.
Sure, I appreciate what you've done for me so far, Patrick. You've done quite a bit.
Now, if you don't like the way you've been treated by a contractor, you can file a complaint against them, and the state can take their license away. The link to do that, or to check to see if someone you're thinking about hiring is licensed, is at WSVN.com under this Help Me Howard story. Kevin says he's filing that complaint. A problem left you feeling like you've been slapped with shingles? Don't hit the roof. Contract us. We don't need a license to help. With this Help Me Howard and Patrick Fraser, 7 News.